Hey now, welcome to the Hookah Lounge. Of course, Didi was having some technical difficulties, but I am here now, and we got a great guest tonight. What's up, Keisha? Hey, Marvelous. What's up, Paramount? Thank you for hanging out with me tonight on this wonderful Saturday. And I know I've been gone for a couple of weeks, but I am back. And we came back with a bang here in August with a great guest. He's an actor, he's a basketball fitness coach, he has a nonprofit. So I've been really excited about tonight's show. So I've been watching his little short movies today. And I've been on his Instagram page for like the last week or so, and he is just utterly amazing. So, G-Lew, let's bring Mr. Devon, Mr. Big Devon in. I don't want to leave that big out.
I
Look,
appreciate
when
it.
you say Big Devon, you expect because we have a Big Dev that comes on the show, and he's like huge. So you see Big Dev come on, they expect to see Samson pop on in here tonight.
Nah, still big, and all that.
I was gonna ask you. I saw a basketball coach. Are you like six something or?
Nah, I'm 6 foot, but yeah, I definitely coach basketball. I coached basketball for 7 years in high school in St. Louis.
Oh, you said
So
6'2"?
no, 6 foot, like period, like
You did.
period.
That's
I
still
think
tall.
God forgot to add them extra inches, man, and so it's all good.
Hey, I always tell my son, his dad is 6'2". So I was like, hey, dude, what happened? Like, you didn't even get 6 feet? His
God,
dad blames
he
me.
actually rested a couple times, so that's probably what it was. When he rested, he forgot to come back to it, but it's all good. It's all
Hey,
good.
6 feet is good. 6 feet is good. That's not
Definitely.
a but I'm really short. Well, I'm finding that I'm taller than most girls, but I'm 5'3/4", but I always say I'm 5'6", with shoes on. So what's up, Elf Flame? But I don't have my glasses on. And Big Sean. Hey, Big Sean.
What up, boy?
I see you said we got Big Devon in the building. Yes, we do. And man, I'm gonna have you introduce yourself and tell everybody a little bit about you. But your Instagram page is you followed me, and I was like, I don't follow everybody back. Like, if you look at my page, I got more followers than I follow back. But I went through your page and I was like, oh yeah, I like this dude. Your page is like really amazing.
I
So
appreciate it. I
yeah, I
appreciate
did follow you back, and you hit me up right before I could hit you up. So I've been really kind of looking forward because when I went to your page, I was going to hit you up anyway, because your page is amazing. So tell everybody a little bit about yourself, and then we can start going from there.
So again, I'm Arneil, aka Big Devon. And it's just funny though because my boy Morocco, I work with him. Did some acting with him, and I made a post on Facebook that I wanted to do a podcast. I wanted to just talk my talk. And when he sent me, he was like, "Hey, go holler at my girl. Go rap with her, man. What we do, and then she'll set you up." And so I was like, "All right, let me go do my just do." And it is where it is right here. But for me, like I said, I'm originally what's up, pops? I'm originally from New York. I moved around. I moved from New York to from Little Rock Central High School. Then I moved to Louisiana. I went to Grambling State University. Was in a band, one of the coldest bands ever, still is. Then moved to St. Louis, and then in February this year, I moved to Dallas. And so when I moved here, my goal was to just starting off was to put my nonprofit in Dallas Independent School District so I could continue mentoring. So in St. Louis, I made a movement there where I basically started a program, and one of my line brothers, Albert Harold, he's the assistant principal at McClure North, I believe, right now in St. Louis. But we started what's called Project Life Plus Incorporated, and we got a programs going. We were literally turning St. Louis upside down, man, with just what we were doing for the community. And so that was just my passion that I decided to do. And so now it's like I felt like, hey, I had this is really it. I feel like I'm all over already. So we had a panel discussion, and one of the guys that I was telling about, like, I want my program to go global. I want to sit in St. Louis. I want to be here. My bid is huge. And so I just needed the resources and the help to just go ahead and just put my program out. But while he sat there, he was like, you know what, how about just worry about St. Louis and do this first before this, blah, blah, blah. And somebody else said, why can't he? Why can't he go global? Why can't he go put this? Because this is something that can go national. You just need the resources. And so now that I'm here, is like I'm just meeting the right people. I'll be able to, start doing that again once I get back. But I've been mentoring for a while. And I love, exactly like what I do. I've been working with kids since I was a kid, and so it's just exactly it's just what I do. And so the coaching, I coach basketball, like I said, high school for 7 years, working in high school, working for the state, working with all these different places where I was just talking to kids that was like me. And I say I'm like the teenage whisperer, because I'm able to like get kids that other people give up on, and I'm able to like get them to do what I need them to do. And they take to me, they appreciate me, they love what I do, so I give it back to them. And that's who I am. On top of many other things, a father, a 14-year-old daughter, a 12-year-old. Well, he about to be 12 at the end of this month. Shout out to Cadence and DJ. I'm a musician. I'm an actor now, as you can see. I'm a personal trainer, so I do a little bit. I do a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, look, I had to write something down. I was like, musician, you were in the band. Now, I'm originally from New York also, so you see I lit up.
East Coast.
Oh yeah. And my son's name is DJ. Well, Dejan, but we call him DJ. So we got those two things in common. So that's crazy. Like and then you went to you said Grambling University?
Grambling State,
That
Grambling State University, yes.
Yeah, I know. I was like, now I'm gonna touch on that real quick, because how was it going to Grambling? I see a lot of people coming in. Hello. Thank you for joining us. What was that like? What was that experience?
Oh, it was amazing. It was probably one of the best decisions I ever did in my life, especially at that age. I had offers to go to Bethune-Cookman and play there, University of Arkansas Pine Bluff, Norfolk State University, but definitely Grambling was the best choice, man. Period, hands down. And it was a good family atmosphere. Obviously, when people talk about us, man, they talk about the parties we throw. Like people don't graduate this and all that, and rightfully so. It happens. However, it's history. Like when you step on that campus, you're a part of history. So it's like you just want to make a mark. And so obviously being a part of the band, that's a whole nother atmosphere. When you go to black colleges, you going to games for the band. You going there to you want to hear the music, you're trying to dance. And so I'm a trombonist. I play trombone. It's probably the coldest instrument ever besides the drums. I'm also a professional drummer. So it's like these are things that I love to do. So Grambling was definitely that place, and everybody already know. That's right, Big Sean. You already know trombone. We here.
Oh man, yeah, I lit up. I was like, what? I mean, you don't know anything. You know what Grambling is known for. So that's amazing. So that I wanted my son to go to a historically black college, but he went to Santa Monica. But all my sons play football. Well, not all. Let me not wish that. No, I have one that played chess.
That's impressive. I never learned how to play chess.
He was really good at it too. But that's amazing. And I want to go touch on to your nonprofit. Exactly what does it do?
So I created Project Life Plus Incorporated. First, I started it off because I was like, let me just do this as my personal training. But then I guess I could start with my first story. In 2000, I want to say 22, around like COVID. And a lot of people don't know this, so it's like I'm talking my talk. One day I was hooping. The next day I couldn't feel my body. Like literally, I woke up and couldn't feel the entire left side of my body. Like I could urinate and only feel the pee coming out of the right side of my body, and I knew something was wrong. And so I went to work because like everybody know I like to work. So I went to work and I just was like, man, something is wrong. Like I still can't feel what's going on with me. Like I don't know what this is. And I'm at the school and I'm just like, you know what? I need to go to the doctor. I go to the doctor. They run all these tests on me, tell me about some stuff that was going on. I was like, I've never heard of this. What are you talking about? Long story short, I ended up I was in a machine for a CAT scan and an MRI machine for like 12 hours. And they were like testing my entire body, trying to figure out what was wrong with me. Transverse myelitis. I didn't know what that was. So I'm like, what is this? They ended up sending me home. I ended up doing getting a spinal tap. And so what they did, and they didn't close the wound up. And so my spine started leaking fluid while I was at the house. And so I couldn't see, I couldn't feel anything. Like, so literally it was crazy. My mom was like, no, you need to go back to a different hospital. It was literally like that. So I say that to say I ended up going to another hospital. I had to go back through all those tests over again. They had to redo the spinal tap in my back. They had to do like a little blood patch where I don't ever get headaches no more because they like did something to my spine and my brain. I don't know what it is. Come to find out I got multiple sclerosis. And so I'm like, wow, I never heard of that before. Like I didn't know what this was. All I know is they was like, your body's never going to be the same. You just gotta, take medicine and change your diet type of stuff. And so that's what happened. So while I was on my bed, I thought I was about to die. I couldn't move. I couldn't do it. I had to learn how to walk over again. It was like, you got to walk with a cane. You got to do this. But while I was sitting there, God was like talking to me the entire time. And the only thing that would calm me, I would continue saying, peace be still, peace be still, peace be still. That was the only thing that would calm my body down where I would not feel any pain was it later. And while I was talking to God, he was like, all right, now that I got you sitting down, Devin, I need you to do some stuff. And so while I was sitting there, I thought about what can I do to continue to change my community? I'm like, my work is not done. Like I'm coaching, I'm thinking about my kids. We got a championship game coming up. I need to be on the floor with them. And so going through all this therapy and all that stuff, once I got out, I was telling this pitch to my brother, like, hey, I want to be able to do this. I got this idea. And he was like, but I don't know nobody. I don't got the resources to do it. And he was like, you looking at one. Like, don't sit on that idea because the world needs that idea, Devin. And so shout out to Albert, man. I love that guy. So he helped me get my plan off through his ideas, of helping and resources. And that's how I started Project Life. And so what we do was we mentor. Clearly, everybody want to know what we do. We mentor all the kids, like literally, we mentor everyone. We gave out food. We go feed the homeless. We actually gave out scholarships to some high school seniors that was going to school. And that was based off of just people donating to the program from what they seen. We held programs called Dudes, Dads, and Donuts that I started. And the first time we did it, it was huge. And so everybody was like, hey, man, we want to be a part of that. And so we kept on doing it annually and it continued to grow and grow. Like where we had the mayors, the governors, we had chiefs of police, anybody that was really wanting to be a part of my program, they would come. And we'd host it at a high school and we'd have like breakout rooms where it'd be all kinds of topics like for fathers and stuff, like how to take care of your bonus kid, like how to handle your step kids, working on cars, hygiene, GPAs and how that college, things work. We had the police come in. They would come in there, ask, like keeping them 100, like you having a conversation with the police. Let's talk. Let's build these relationships. It was so many things that we did and everybody that was volunteering. So it was like, all right, yeah, y'all come in here. And let's pour into these kids. And my idea literally was to get all men back involved in their kids' lives in some capacity, whether it was going into the schools just to volunteer for an hour or something, or just, picking them up, man, and going to like do something with them, having conversations with them. And I provided this environment for everybody to bring your son, bring your nephew, bring your next door neighbor, whoever it was, come to this event. And so that's what we would do. They're still doing it. And like, even with me not being in St. Louis, I talked to my brother, hey, this is, keep that thing going down right now. And now I'm trying to do it in Dallas. So that's my plan right now, is to find out, to give me a team down here in Dallas, and to go ahead and change the city here.
That is utterly amazing. I'm putting the link in the chat right right now. That, you know what? The Most High had another purpose for you. So he needed to sit you down for a second
They did that
because
one
he
time.
had a direction for you. You know what I mean? And sometimes we don't listen. Um and we're, I put nonsense. Um Look, I can't do two things at once. Let me put nonprofit. I want to put this link in the chat right now. This is the nonprofit that I'm posting right now. Anyone that's please like. My grandson always reminds me he's not here this weekend. Please hit the like, subscribe, and comment buttons. But we don't listen a lot of times when the Most High is talking to us. Like if he sits you down and he tells you, like, I need you to do this, and you listened, and look at how amazing like this program is. I'm sitting here in awe. Like I keep saying, stop showing facial emotion expressions. It's always all over my face. But I mean, like who? Most people don't, and you look really young, so someone that can really like sit down long enough to put together something like this. And a lot of times, and I really like that you involved the police department. I was talking to a friend of mine the other night about young men not knowing how to interact with the police, and it gets a lot of them killed. And I had said, don't give them license to kill you because you don't know how to interact, and to bring them in and understand that these young men are people too. A lot of them don't have fathers. A lot of them don't have anyone to have that conversation with them, and they don't know how to interact. And they have the police come and talk to these young men and let both sides know that we're people. They're people. We're people. That is utterly amazing.
That's
Like
exactly what that was the goal. And so, like I said, we involved everybody. Anybody that wanted to come. We did health screenings. We had people to come in there to like do voters registration for them. It was a lot. And then we partnered with other nonprofits as well that had mentoring programs as well. And I felt like I was the plug. And so when we have vendors and things come in there, it's like, hey, nah, use what I just gave y'all for y'all. Like go tap into everybody else, because I would want somebody to do that for me. So it's like, if I'm got a resource, I'm gonna get it to somebody. It's like I always say, like, what good is having knowledge if you're not sharing it? And so for me, it's like I'm gonna talk my talk. I'm gonna tell. I like to talk. Anybody that know me, my friends, my family, know I'm an emotional person, super emotional, but I care like it's nothing. I get that from my mother. Like I care like it's no other, and it's like, why not? Like why not?
Shout out to your mom, man. And then, also like teaching men how to get. Sometimes men want to be part of their kids' lives, and they don't know how to take that step to get back there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the disheartening part too. Like you don't know how to take the first step back, so they never do. So that's great also that you were able to do that as well, because not all men don't want to be there. Sometimes they're really young and don't know how to get back there. So
I'm like with me right now, like people that know me, it's the truth. My kids, like I just left my kids. My kids are still in St. Louis with their mother. And I'm here in Dallas, and literally probably was one of the hardest decisions I ever had made in my life. But talking to my kids now, I love you, mother.
I know I had to.
Talking to my kids now, I have built a better relationship than I've ever had with my kids, because we talk every single day. Like they come to me about any and everything, and it's like I have to make sure that the words that I say to them, and this is for anybody that's listening as a parent, you have to be cognizant of the words that you are telling your kids. Like a kid is going to take what you say and they're going to run with whatever it is. And so for me, I have to make sure if my daughter asks me, hey, can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this? I'm like, I'm never going to tell her no, but I'm going to say, hey, I may not be able to do it right now, but so there's not like, you told me you were going to do this. Like, no, I was very strategic at, what I'm saying to you all. And for me to come here, it was emotional for everybody. It still is right now. Like I miss my kids. I'm going to see them, at the end of this month. But at the end of the day, it's like being able to still be present while not being present is very, very huge, especially when you have teenage kids.
Yeah. Oh,
It doesn't
my.
mean you have, like I said, it don't mean you gotta always buy them gifts, buy them this, buy them that, buy them that, because a conversation, them knowing that they could call you whenever you pick up, them knowing that they could still, you can still pour into them is more than anything. Honestly, the
Yeah.
buying them stuff is just bonus.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's not hard to do because from 12 to 16, I think. From 12 to 16, my dad was in New York and I was here in California. And no one can say anything bad about my dad because he raised me over the phone. It was, even when I got in trouble, it was over the phone. And I was, now that I'm grown, I was definitely afraid of him. I'm thinking, he's 3,000 miles away. What was he going to do?
It's a natural respect. It's a natural respect,
You
definitely.
look back, you could have said, and what? But, there was, he was able to do that. And we stayed very close, all those years, even though at 12 or 13, I think is when I stopped going back to New York. And I went back at 16. So, trust me, I know it's difficult, but it's not hard to do to maintain a good relationship. What made you go from New York to St. Louis to um Dallas?
Um, well, I
Those
was a
are
kid.
some.
I was a kid when we moved from New York to Little Rock. So you gotta. I've never really, honestly, I want to ask her too. Like, why did we move from Little Rock? I mean, from New York to Little Rock, but from Little Rock to Louisiana, that was me going to college. Then from
Okay.
college to St. Louis was some life altering stuff happened to me that ended me up in St. Louis.
Okay.
So I was there. That's where all my 20s was, and some of my 30s. And then, like I said, this new start for me was I felt as if people wonder why I did, just leave. But I felt like in different places, it stunts your growth. Um, Different places can keep you from blossoming to who you really, what God really, got for you. And coming to Dallas really it was a full circle of who I was when I was a kid to a teenager to a young adult to where I am now. And I'm bringing that into the place of where I am now with my spirituality, where I am with my maturity, and then where I am with my profession. With me
Hmm.
being acting, like I've been a clown my entire life. I've always been an entertainer. I've always been, funny, doing things, making videos, making people laugh, doing all these things, but I just didn't take up acting. I didn't feel like, man, I'm not good enough for that. But I always knew I was decent. But
Hmm.
coming here and then actually auditioning for like top people and them seeing my talent and saying like, "You sure you never act before?" And
Yeah.
I'm like, "Nah, I've never act ever." Like, but it was what God put me in already. He already had me ready for this time. And like my sister told me the other day, like, it's your time, Devin. And I'm like, it is. It's like this is my time to do what God has already do. I told people before when I became a brother of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, I let them know I let them know I want to change the world, but I needed help doing it. And so
Yeah.
now I'm on a bigger platform. Well, I'm getting to a larger platform where I can do that, where people can see me, they can hear my voice, they can hear my story, they can see what it is I got going on. People gonna hate on me, and I need y'all to continue to hate because if you don't, you're not gonna look my stuff to see if I'm not doing good. So I
Yeah.
need y'all to continue to hate on me. But the people that love me, I need
Haters
y'all.
are congratulators. Trust and believe.
They are essential. They are essential for success. I need
Hmm.
everybody to know that haters are they are essential for your success. When you are growing, they're gonna be there. But when you stop growing and you stop hearing them, that means you did something wrong. You need to
Yeah.
continue to keep working because they're gonna be there. And I have them. We
Right.
all have them. But the people that support me, the people that love, the people that know what I do, that share my stuff, I post motivational quotes every day, and people ask me, "Where do you get this stuff from?" I'm like, "Experience,
That
experience."
that was one of my biggest questions. Like I actually wrote it down. Where do you get those from? What
Experience.
inspires you to get those?
experience. I could have gone through something. I could be going through something. My people could be going through something, and I drive, and I think I'm such an overthinker that I just like God literally just put stuff in my heart, and I like when I hear it, I got to write it down so I don't forget it. And I like
Mm-hmm.
I'm a writer. My favorite subject in school was English. Like I love reading and writing, and
Mine
so
too.
yep. And so that was my thing. And with the quotes, like I see it, and I'll tweak some. If I may see something somebody else said, I may tweak it a little bit to make it more personal. But I
Me
put
too.
it out there because it's like it's something that somebody gonna use. It's something that somebody need. I'm not the only one going through what I'm going through right now.
Yeah.
Like so, if I can help one person, I'm good. Like my platform, I don't have that many followers. I don't have that many these and many that. But the 200 that I do, at least somebody saying something. Like
Well,
somebody was able to.
201 because I followed you. I do that whenever I see somebody. I put them on my stories all the time. Like if I see something I like, I put it in my stories. If I really, really like it, I'll screenshot it. I'll
Yeah,
do what you do, tweak it a little bit, and it'll be my Monday morning vibe.
yeah.
So,
I mean,
yeah,
it's all about making things more personal to you, and like some people may not want to hear it because it's coming from you, and it's just why it is. But we can post the same exact. I was saying we can post the same exact thing verbatim, and they'll be like, man, that's whack. But then, oh man, that's some prophecy right there. It's like, no, I just said the same thing, which I like because it came from me, and that's
yeah,
okay. But I know you like
yeah, yeah.
it.
Or she thinks she know everything, or he don't know it all.
Yes, yes. I don't.
But when they do that, they took what you said and they embraced it. You know, somebody, what's up, straight? Everybody has something to say. But my mom always said, as long as they say something, or they, as long when I would come back from New York, I'd always ask my mom, like, why do these girls, dislike me so much? And she said, the day they stop disliking you is the day you have a problem. So the day that somebody stops talking about you or you're insignificant is when you have a problem. So as long as you got somebody saying something, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah,
Because when they're not thinking about you at all, you got a problem.
you
you're
work.
you're irrelevant.
Slacking. You started slacking, but you just like I said,
Yeah.
that's
But
that's where that's where it come from.
what made you get in? Because like I said, I don't. People follow me, and I will go on their page to see if I get some strange followers. Uh, I thank you for following me though. I never reject the follower because sometimes I'll lose like in a month like 200 or 300 followers. So because I don't follow them back, and when you don't follow people back, then they stop following you. So
I am an avid. You got 48 hours to follow me back, or I don't follow you back.
yeah, and
I'm
and
I'm
people do
avid. That's
that.
how I'll be sometimes. Nah, but I
Yeah,
get
they do. But you're a male, so it's okay. I have to be careful on who I follow back because one day somebody called me and it was a Spanish name, so I answered the phone. And my son, it was somebody strange. And my son, he's 23. He may have been 19 at the time. And he picked up the phone like, who is this? So I have to be careful who I follow.
nah.
You guys can follow anybody because when you follow, they can now call you. They have access to your once you follow people. Women are a little different. We can't just follow everybody back.
I
So
I get that.
yeah. So but when I went on your page and I followed you back. I had no idea, so I don't follow everybody back. You have to look on your page. You have to seem like a genuine person or a real person, not like Stalker Dave. I follow most women back unless your profile picture doesn't seem real. Then I
Gotcha.
don't follow you.
You
You
gotta
know what
have
I
your
mean?
standards for it all.
Yeah. So I'm very careful. But I liked your quotes. I like you always seem to be having a good time. I liked that. Like you seemed to be fun and you had a good it you didn't seem like a fake person.
Yeah.
So that's why. And I didn't see anyone that you followed that I knew. I usually look for that too. Like if we follow some of the same people, then I follow you back.
Yeah.
So I really like that. And then I saw your movie clips on there and I was like, oh, that's pretty dope. I'm a writer and I have a couple of screenplays that I don't know how to jump off the ledge and start recording them. So I
Yeah.
really like that. Not only did I watch yours,
Do it.
but I sat for like 3 hours watching the shorts from from the list of movies that are on that list that you're on. So what made you what took you in the direction to start being an actor? I mean, from the band to basketball to your nonprofit, and it doesn't seem like the next leap would be actor.
It wasn't. That was him up there. Literally, it was him up there. Like I said, I first came here and I was substituting at a school, and just one day, and automatically I kind of like knew it probably wasn't what I was gonna keep doing, but I met my mentor later on, Corey Espy. He's in like every movie around here on the independent level and all of that kind of stuff, man. Shout out to Corey, man. He got me up. And then Chris Deshay, which was his co-star in the movie Creep. Creep 2 shooting right now. I'm in that as well. But anyways, what advice would be there to give to a young man just starting off in life, 18 up to find personal life? I'm gonna answer in a second, if I can remember it. But anyway, so I met some people. They basically had me like, hey, reach out to this person right here or whatever if you want to like do that, whatever. Basically look at my parents and stuff. And I was like, okay, let me go check it out. I reached out to Corey, and Corey like opened his arms with, man, it was just like huge. I was like, all right, come in here, man. He started mentoring me. He showed me something, how to like audition for different things. And he was like, hey, I got this audition. I know we'll only be doing this for like a couple weeks. Go check this out. So my mentor is my mentor. He got me to do an audition. I went in there and I killed it. For me, I felt like I could have did better. I felt like this. I felt like that. But he told me, he was like, hey, if you go in there and they like you, they may have you audition for another part just because they may want you to do something else if you don't get this one. And that's exactly what happened. So I went in there. They was like, hey, nah, hold on, come back here. Shout out to Benet and Cold Water Production. Anyways, so I came back, did the audition again. I killed that. They called me back. Was like, hey, you on? That's how I got my first role in a movie called Ruthless Atonement. We just finished shooting that a few weeks ago. It's gonna be dope. After that, it's just been word of mouth. Like everybody, like, hey, check this cat out. Like he's actually pretty good. So I did a few more auditions, killed those auditions as well, and they're like now it's like more ringing. Like, hey, who is this dude? Like I'm new. I haven't had acting classes. I'm not know this. I'm this however years old, but I'm cold at what I do. But like whatever I do, I want to be the best. Just point blank. And so I don't have tail nothing. I don't know if I can cuss or not, but I don't have tail nothing that I do. And so that's what got me into acting. It was like they just after this, like everybody's like, hey, we like what you're doing. I take it serious and I make it a part of me. And I'm extremely persistent and extremely consistent at everything that I do. And so that's how I got into the acting thing. And like I literally just got booked for 2 different movies and 2 shows within the past 3 days. Literally, I don't even talk about it because it's so much. I had to write it down how many things since March, since May that I'm in right now. I think it's up to almost 15. And so things like I'm just shooting, haven't even begun shooting yet. All of this, but anyways, so that's how I got into it. And I feel like God was like, hey, it's like you got some more work to do, but I need you to do it on another level. And so that's what I do. My TikTok, my Instagram, they basically the same. I post the same stuff on both of them.
Okay, I'm gonna post all of them in the comments after the show, and I just put your Instagram up. Big Sean asked you, what advice would Devon give to a young man just starting off life at 18 to find his purpose in life, also to follow his dreams?
That's the first thing I would say. Follow your dreams. I just made a quote the other day that was basically saying people want success, but they are afraid of the failure the success after the failure. Meaning, and I'm gonna say it again, we all want success, but we're afraid of success after the failure, which means we want to be already successful. We don't want to go through the turbulence. We don't want to go through the struggles. We don't want to go through that. We just want it. And the only way to get to success is by failing. Like they always talk
Yeah.
about Einstein. He failed this many times before he did this. This person did this. Jordan was cut from this team before he won 6 championships and all these things. You have to fail in order for you to know exactly what it's like to be successful. That's why they always say,
Oh
man,
yeah.
you fall down once, you get up twice type of deal. And it's so
Yeah.
for him, I would tell him, for one, you need to keep God first, build a relationship with him. You know, people think when we talk about God and everything that is you just got to be this whole Bible thumper and you got to do this, when really you just got to have a relationship and know who he is and believe, and go from there. That's a whole other story. So I would definitely say, know where you're going with that and the value that you have in yourself. You have to believe in yourself, understanding
Yeah.
like you're going to have struggles, but it's what you do during those struggles that make you who you are. So it's like, I can have I could be down and out, but my mental game has to be a little bit better than what my circumstances are. Because if you
Right.
become what your circumstances are, then you become the down in the dumps. Then you become, to that area where you feel like there's nothing left. And I've been there. Like
Yeah.
I've been there so many times. But I feel like my positive attitude and my way of understanding how I do things keeps me from going haywire. I got a support
Yeah.
system. So for that guy, you gotta have some accountability. You gotta understand. You gotta be able to take constructive criticism. You gotta be able to take those. Be able to be coachable. As a coach, I'll say be coachable.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to listen to somebody and have them tell you
Hmm.
what you did wrong and how you can fix it and be okay with that. You
That
have
right
to be okay
there.
with that.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
that's what I would say. 18 is you're a young adult. You're still a baby. Like you still your
Yeah.
mama's, your daddy's baby.
Yeah.
And now you're getting ready to be out there in the world with us.
Yeah.
So it's like understand how to communicate.
Yeah.
Understand like right now times are changing where you can't talk to kids how you would talk to them 5 years ago. You can't talk
Hmm.
to kids how you talk to kids 10 years ago because the parenting has changed, the teachings have changed, and
Yeah.
access to so many things have now changed that you got to figure out. And so
Yeah.
it's building relationship. So that's what I would say, man. Get you accountability for one and be able to be coachable.
Yeah. And then you have to don't be afraid to fail. That is the biggest thing is everyone thinks their first time out they're going to succeed and take over the world. Don't be afraid to fail and get up and do it again because my first business failed. It flopped. I got up and did it again. And I have several books. Every book didn't hit top 10. Every
Mhm.
book didn't hit top 5. Only I have 13 or 14 books, only one went number 1. But I didn't stop writing after that. So, young man, don't be or yeah, Big Sean, yeah, you have to be a young man. Don't be afraid to fail. That you everything you said was you see I'm pointing at you like that's it, that's it, that's right. But the one thing is never be afraid to fail. Pick yourself, dust yourself off. Because I always say that might not have been what the Most High had planned for you. That may be what you wanted to do, but He said that's not what I want you to do. So go get the other thing.
That's that's
So
that's exactly. I was just thinking that in my thinking tank. And so that's one of the things I was thinking. Like we have so many times where my plan didn't go. Like this is what I want to do. And I'm like, it wasn't supposed to go that way. That's why it ain't happened that way. Like, it's really that
right.
simple. You weren't supposed to,
Yeah.
go this way. You went that way for a reason. And so,
Yeah.
oh man, I'm talking about going some kind of way. I'm about to jump back to something really fast. There's three things that I always talk about. I think about that led me to where I am right now. The first thing in 2021, these three things happened in the world. I was driving Uber, driving Lyft in St. Louis or whatever neighborhood. Boom. One, I don't ever be in that neighborhood. But one thing I did first when I got into that neighborhood, I was like, man, I'm about to pray because God forbid something happened to me, man. It is what it is. So I was praying, and I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna come back to this what I just said right now. As I was driving, I made a right hand turn. I started to like back up because I was like, oh, this one Nick, and I seen another car come by, and then I seen that same car back up. And so as I'm turning, I'm like, what's going on? I didn't know that I was being shot at until the second bullet went over my head, like, phew. literally went over my head out my windshield. I got shot at 15 times in my car, literally. All my windows, the back side of my driver's side, and like when I talked to the police, they was like, did you not get a shot out? Like, cause I had my gun too. They was like, did you not shoot back? I'm like, and I think, what if I did try to shoot back and I stopped and actually got shot? So
Yeah.
I'm glad how it happened. It happened, but I had 2 DVDs that my kids used to watch in my car that was like in my back seat, that they were watching. It was a strawberry shortcake, and I think it was like, I forgot the other one, but it was 2 DVDs that my kids was watching, and 2 bullets got stopped by those 2 DVDs that went to my back, literally.
Oh, praise to the Most
And
High.
when I got the car, and I was like, thank you, strawberry shortcake, because you stopped these bullets from potentially killing me. So I drove off or whatever. But I say all that to say, when I talked to my mom about all that was going on, at that same time I was praying, my mother was praying, literally, at the same time. And when I talk about that, I love my mom, I love my dad, I love my family. Period. Like it make me. When I think about it, it's like God always knows what He's doing. Like He always knows. Like literally, it's 2 bullets in my back. It was 2 bullets, 2 over my head, 2 my windshield, to the back. It was crazy. And I don't know. It was like, man, what did you do? What did you do there? Everybody know I'm a cool, funny person. I don't mess with nobody. So like, what? I'm like, it was just, you know,
They probably thought you were
wrong place,
somebody else.
wrong time. It was definitely
Yeah.
wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah.
And like, just think about that. And that was another thing that God was like, all right, Devin, you got to do something different. I went back to my job, and I was like, I talked to my players on the team, and they'll tell you, like, I just rallied them all together and was like, hey, for one, I'm about to pray for all of y'all. And then I'm about to tell y'all, like, that was probably a kid that needed a mentor. That was probably a kid that didn't have a father in his life. That was probably a kid that just didn't have somebody talking to him because they should have been in school. And so I literally just started acting like, hey, whatever y'all want to talk about, let's talk. Whatever y'all want to like do, let's do, because that's why I'm here. God just gave me another chance to come back to y'all. God gave me another chance to come back to my kids. God gave me another chance to come back to my family. And so that year, that changed that. The second year, I had my MS thing where he was like, all right, you still doing a lot. I need you to sit down, start my program, start trying to change lives even more. So I was like, all right, man, I'm running. I'm doing it. What else do you need me to do? Because I'm still battling stuff. So it was like, I had a conversation the other day, and I told somebody, and I posted this too, because it was profound while I was saying it. And I basically said to them, like, just because a therapist or a doctor knows how to save somebody or how to speak to somebody does not mean they don't have the problems. They just know how to handle it better than we normally would. So it's like, just because I know this doesn't mean that I don't get the issues. It don't mean that I don't think these things. I just react differently. I just come off a little bit differently and with more knowledge about how to handle it. So now I'm giving it to you. Now I'm speaking what I need to be speaking, because that's what I'm supposed to do. And so 2 things that changed my life, literally. Still going through whatever I'm going through, but I still, nobody would know, because I don't complain about nothing at all. I don't.
Right.
I speak to my circle. I cry every day because it's my release. My mother always told me, like, if I'm out of control, screaming and doing all that stuff, then I don't have no control of what's going on. And so for me, I laugh. I laugh a lot. I laugh all the time because it's my release. It's my therapy to just talk. Like, some people think when I'm laughing and it's a serious moment that I'm really it's a joke, but it's more of a protection for you. It's more of a protection for me, because I have more control over what I may say, what I may do, and it doesn't allow me to pop off. It doesn't allow me to black out. I don't have that excuse, because you want me to do this. You may not like it, but that's
you see, I started the show. I couldn't hear nothing. I'm over here laughing. Like, what is she laughing for? She can't hear nothing. That's not funny. Are we starting this show? And I'm over here laughing like a little cackling hyena. Yeah, it's the best way to deal with stress or getting upset, because a lot of times people are like, why does she think this is funny? Why is she? But that's really my coping mechanism when things are right before the show started. my charcoals fell off. I moved my light, my charcoals fell off, set my book on fire, and I'm in here laughing like, oh my gosh. But it's better to deal with it, because other people. I'm not perfect because sometimes I was like, "What the," you know.
Oh
But
man,
that's going to give you high blood pressure. Whether like, oh my gosh,
yeah,
you got to
definitely. That's
learn
true.
how to decipher how to deal with. I already have high blood pressure. I don't need it higher because I'm kicking the dog or knocking the laptop over. So you're
Yeah,
right. It's better to have to deal with it that way because when I was younger, people used to say, "This girl goes from laughing to fighting. I do not understand her emotions." Like there was never a middle ground, but it's easier to have a mechanism where you find humor in the things that are going wrong. Because I'm not perfect. There are
yeah.
times that I'm like, "What in the fudge cake is
You know,
going?"
sometimes you gotta laugh at yourself because I
Yeah,
mean you have to. Like you
hey,
gotta.
Big G. But it's better to and I think all the things that you go through in life you learn that you have because I told G as I was starting only me it only can only happen to me, but then it's not like I'm not doing the show now, so I like that's what I said when I was looking at your page. You could just see you seem to have a good time.
Yeah,
Y-
I
I really like that.
I
So
got to.
and I have to get into because of course, I watched your movies all day. So what was I doing? Making clips of them. So I was going to show some, right?
All right, go ahead.
So,
Go
and I
ahead.
had a good time watching them. So, and then I had to rewatch them because I had to pick which clips that I wanted to use. So we are going to drop some of this talented young man's movie clips today. Um, and I mean, your story, I mean, like, I'm looking at the time, I was like, am I ever going to, because I can keep talking to you forever. You are such an inspiration. Your story,
I
your
appreciate it.
faith in the Most High, your mom, salute to your mom. I mean,
Hey, look,
just,
I'm saying
and,
I don't want to leave out my dad. Like my dad, I've honestly, and I'm gonna let you do what you're doing. I'm gonna be quiet after this. I didn't really build a better relationship with my dad until I got to college. And from then on, being able to talk to him and get him stuff, even to this day, like right now, he makes sure, like, hey, call me. Like, because, we've had stuff happen in our family, obviously, like anybody. My dad has definitely been very, very influential to, me, my adult life right now. And just being him, just being there, being more realistic and like, hey, get your shit stuff together. Like, I appreciate that because I know I still need that as a man. Like I still need my dad. And so my dad and my mom both tag teaming in their own ways. I appreciate both of them. So yeah,
yeah.
I can't leave pops out either. But definitely mother because you already know.
Salute to you too, Dad. Yeah, dads are amazing. I miss my dad. I miss my mommy too. Oh, she's not really here. It's just a pillow of her. Anytime I think about her, I look at her pillow. I know people are like, who is she talking to? No, it's a pillow of my mom. So and
Let's
then
check this.
parents really shape who you are.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
salute to parents. I give my dad a lot of credit. I got really really close to my mom as an adult, and I think she really helped me become the woman I needed to be as I grew up. And my dad instilled when I was younger because he did a lot of raising me, shaped me to have a lot of good morals and foundations. So parents are very very important. So salute to your parents. You turned out to be a really cool dude. So
I
I
appreciate
text
it.
G when the interview started. I said, I think this is gonna be a good interview. Dude seems real cool. So and I was right.
I
So
appreciate it.
G, go ahead and because I'll end up asking him another question. So G, go go ahead.
Whatever. Just sign the papers so we can move on like adults.
Things haven't been the same. You don't support me. You don't want to be intimate. But no.
Oh, I was like, I was yelling at the TV at you, right? What's up, Big G? I was like, and you You got a couple of. I think I snipped 3 of them. The ones that I watched. I'm gonna put all the movies in the after the show. They're gonna be in the comments so that you can go back and watch the ones that I did watch today. But I was like, look at him now, and you know it's funny, like talking to you and how sweet, nice, and intelligent you are, and then you did that movie right there.
Oh man, this next one that's gonna drop. Everybody gonna probably be like, I just want to say, I do not condone that. I'm just letting y'all know right now, I do not condone it. That's what I'm saying. But y'all gotta follow me, man. Y'all gotta follow me and tap in, man, to what's going on, the TikTok, the Instagram, the Facebook, whatever it is, and then I'll be able to put that on there. But this next one, oh my gosh.
Yeah, on top of everything that we talked about, he's an actor as well. Just so versatile. You know, and I know our time is at the end, so go ahead and cue up the next 2. We'll do the next one, and then we'll talk because that one, the way it ended. I like these movies because at the end,
like, I know
I
exactly.
think I froze. Okay, I'm back. My Wi-Fi gets to. Can you hear me? I know I'm frozen.
I can hear you.
Okay, good. Now on that one, was that the whole movie that the snippet? Because I got it off of your Instagram page.
No, it's a lot more that happened before that. It was a conversation basically on what it was called Be the Man. And my mentor Corey wrote that for us to, to do. And so what ended up happening was a man, he lost his job after 3 months, his wife was like, hey, you need to hurry up and do something because I'm tired of paying the bills. I'm tired of doing this. And so she kind of like put him on a timeline. However, he had a criminal record, so it was hard for him to like get, work. Her dad was like he'd give him a loan to take care of some court costs and things of that nature, but he was like, at this point, that money need to go to bills and stuff. So he had to make a decision: do I get a record expunged or do I take care of the family? He chose to take care of the family, and so she kind of like, hey, you need to do something with your life now because if not, I'm about to leave. And so that's why that snippet right there was what it was. Like, hey, you about to leave me now because I'm done? I mean, because I'm at my lowest point, which is what a lot of people go through in relationships a lot is, what is conditional love or what is unconditional love? Like, when do you decide that you want to leave a person or not be with a person or whatever? And it's a lot I could get into, but that's what that was about.
Okay, yeah, because I saw some of it. I wasn't sure if I got the whole thing, but yeah, that was a good one too. G-Lew, I try to fix my Wi-Fi. Drop the next one. I don't know why I froze, but you can hear me.
I can hear you, definitely.
Okay.
Bro, so I told my girl to quit her job, that CEO miss. You know what I'm saying? So she can be home with me.
Man, are you serious, man? You made her stop something she loved because you feel less of a man? Hey, that's wrong, bro. That's wrong.
Man, I'm dead serious. I'm the man. I'm not gonna have my woman out here making more money than me, looking down on me, and she better respect me.
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
Hey, Kirk. How are you?
Hey, Kiana. I'm good, and you?
Oh, she good now, and we great.
And I'm gonna be even better when you get your stuff and get out of my house.
What you just said to me?
You heard me. I mean, you really thought that I was gonna leave everything that I worked hard for so you could feel more secured as a man?
You're such a liar. See, this is why I'm not happy now.
No, you're not happy because of you, not because of me.
No, because you're not a good wife. That's why we're not good.
Do you want somebody else? Go get them. I mean, I will never lower myself for you or any other man. You know what? Get your stuff and get out.
You ain't putting me out. You better listen to me.
Hey!
This is what you wanted. And now you got it.
You know what? I should have let go.
Kirk, get your friend and please leave.
You know what? No, bro. I'll leave. But you know what? You're going to be miserable without me.
You know what? You just got too comfortable and now you gotta go.
Yeah.
Sorry about my friend.
No, you good, Kirk. Thank you for your help. Thank you for everything.
I don't know what happened. Maybe it's just me. So what's up, everybody? Hope y'all appreciated the interview.
Yeah, you got the floor, big dog. Go ahead, take it over, homie.
That's the leader. That's the leader in me, man. But I hope everybody that actually listened and came out got something from the interview. I do quotes. I do inspiration. So it's like that's what I'm gonna leave y'all with. A couple things that I live by every single day. Um, it's hard for people to like listen to advice and actually put it into play. So for there's something that for me is like real simple that y'all can take. Flexibility is the key to my success. What that means is when you're able to adapt to different situations, when you're able to be more flexible and not stuck, you're able to be more, you're able to be utilized more. I didn't say used because when somebody says used, they think that you're being taken advantage of. So I say you're able to be utilized more. Um, and so that's why I say what flexibility is key to my success. It keeps stress down. And another one is basically you have to understand your place in a race. In a relay race, everybody has where they start at. Nobody ends the same place, but their main goal is the finish line. So whatever that is, just keep running, keep doing, know your place in the race. Uh, that's it. Follow me, Instagram, TikTok, Big Devon 87. If y'all want to donate to my nonprofit, Project Life Plus Incorporated, again, we still having programs in St. Louis. I'm still trying to make this happen in Dallas. So if y'all know people that want to tap in or that want me to come around and just talk to the kids at the school.
Thank you guys. And thank you everyone. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel for some more amazing interviews. Next week we have Digital West will be here with a musical show. Love you guys. See you guys. Thank you.